Profile. I'm Joe Pope. I'm glad to be here and glad to have all you out there. And one thing about watching Glory to God television, you always going to see some more interesting people right here on Glory to God television. I'm talking about people that really praising the Lord. And you know, God wants us all to enjoy life. That's why He come to give life and give life more abundantly, because He wants us to enjoy it. But today, our special guest is none other than Auntie. Oh, yeah, Auntie, gospel comedian on a mission, y'all. And Auntie, welcome to Glory to God television.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We're just so glad. Could I shake your hand?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you here with us.
Thank you, sir. Young men love to shake my hand.
Look out. Look out. Okay, you know, tell us a little bit about Auntie.
Well, I tell you, Brother Pope, is it Deacon Pope, what kind of Pope is it?
You just call me Brother Pope.
All right then, Brother Pope. Well, the way Auntie got started off was way back yonder when she was about 10 or 11 years old. She always liked to dance, you know, for the family and have them laughing and everything. And they'll give me a nickel, a dime, a quarter, or something like that. And then as I growed up older, I just kept on doing it. Right. You know, just making folks laugh and you know, called laughing is healing to the soul.
Right,
you know what I mean? Folks
that.
don't laugh enough. And I believe that means so much sickness going on, because if you laugh, every muscle in your body vibrates.
That's right.
And so, so I just started doing that. And sometimes it just took me to death myself to some of the stuff I do. But the Lord is good.
I know
and so what happened was I've been doing this all the time. And then I started going up yonder to that Palmetto Senior Center.
No, you did.
Senior Citizen Center.
Oh, okay.
And I hauled off and I done the four corners like that. Watch out now, watch out. But anyway, I did that four corner for Patty Bryan. She the director up there. Yeah. And Peggy, she was out there, and I done that four corner. And then, so they would just haul off and went to laugh. And so I said, you ain't seen nothing yet. I said, you ought to see the old woman do it. And so they said, yeah. So they set up a date, and I commenced a dancing up there at the senior center. And boy, I'm telling you, it was one man had a stroke. No. And Auntie got up there and did all that in front of the man.
Look out.
He never did hardly smile. He smiled ever since then. And then it was
you put a smile on his face.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Then it was this man rode around on this scooter. Rode that scooter all the time up yonder in that center. And Auntie went up there, but she didn't do that in front of it. She did like that in front of it. Oh. And he ain't rode that scooter since.
Well, you put him on the run, huh?
Yes, sir.
But you know, I was listening to you a while ago. You say he used to go out and dance for a nickel and dime. There ain't no more nickels and dime days.
No, ain't no more nickel. That's when I was a little chap.
Oh, yes.
Little chap. And you know, a nickel used to buy a whole pouch of stuff belonging in, because I'm 61 and now, and I was about 10, so that makes about 38 years ain't to go. About 38.
Give or take one or two.
Okay.
All right.
About 38 or 39.
Well, we just let the folks in the audience figure that out.
Oh, okay.
They probably got the calculators, and you know.
That's the way they do.
Yeah.
That's the way they do. You know, that's the way they do in the church. Be calculating that money.
Let's say the preacher getting this in, and deacon. Well, let me take his out for you.
You know what? You not
been done that.
All right now. All right.
All right. Now you are performing in a lot of different places, I understand.
Yeah, I did some up yonder. The Art of Salvation was having a picnic. And so my girl, Arlene, went and asked Pastor Nathaniel, could Auntie come? Now that's the Art of Salvation up there on George Avenue, close to the stadium.
Right.
So Arlene went up there and she asked Pastor Nathaniel, could Auntie come? He was a little leery about it because he didn't know her. See, a whole lot of folks ain't know about Auntie. She been in business a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, he come, and I went up the street talking to folks, speaking to them and everything. Didn't nobody know who I was. And Pastor Nathan, he had set up everything, had a professional DJ.
No.
Yeah.
Could he really DJ?
Yeah. But then he got up there and told my business. His name is Eli Smith.
I know Eli.
Up down Boulevard.
You had to keep an eye on him.
You don't know him, Brother Pope.
Eli,
come on now. Come on with it. Come on with it.
He just like old refrigerator.
Let me tell you what he said.
What's that?
When Auntie got up there, they had took my some teeth over there and set it down. I told them, I said, y'all watch my some teeth. It was a picnic. I said, now, out of all this some teeth up here, you watch mine, because folks will have all this some teeth, and they'll come up here and they'll eat up mine.
But what it was, they shouldn't have been watching some teeth. They should have been watching Eli.
Let me tell you what Eli said.
What he did?
Eli told them folks something. He said, we called the airport, we called the cab company, the bus station, the train station. Everybody know Auntie, try to keep her away from him, and said she still got him. I told him, I said, didn't nobody have to bring me. I drove myself. I got my own car.
That's it. But, you know, speaking of Arlene, let me tell you now, I've been knowing Arlene a long time.
That's a good woman.
You know, right? Yeah, you better believe that. You know, right here on Glory to God TV, when we were first getting started.
Yes, sir.
Then we had old piece of camera, but we didn't have nothing to play the tapes on. Do you know Arlene bought us our first VCR, SVR?
You about to get out of here.
Bought us 2 of them. Yeah. That Arlene's some kind of woman.
Yes,
I'm telling you, some kind of woman.
I'm going to tell you another thing, Brother Pope. That's what she do up yonder where she live at.
What?
See, a whole lot of folk, they put folk down when they're on them drugs and drinking that liquor and ain't got no job and everything. But you know what that Arlene Morgan do?
What's that?
She stand out there, she stop them folks and give them the word. And she hug them. I don't care how nasty it is or what. She'll hug them, give them the word, let them know God love them and she love them. If she got some tea in there ready, she give it to them. She ain't go to yard sale and thrift store and buy clothes and give folks. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know something. I bet you didn't even know about her.
Well, what is that?
She's very artistic. I mean, she can take nothing and make something. You know, I know another man was doing something like that, God. When he stepped out on nothing and put this whole word together. Now Arlene, she used to take these little things that folk, we done throw them away, think they ain't worth nothing. Arlene take them and she put them together. And when she get you know talking about something pretty.
That made me shout.
Look out there, look out. I'm telling you. Excuse
me, Brother Folk. I didn't mean to do that. You made me hot in the face. Woo!
I'm telling you.
Man. But you know, I didn't know you know that about her. That gal do a whole lot of stuff. You know, and I'm very proud of her. And we need more folks like that. I was telling these young folks a year or him that, you know, folk be out there in the street, they be hurting. And they be looking for somewhere to go.
Yes.
They be looking for somebody that love them. Just hold them in the arms. Just give them a good encouraging word.
Right.
You know, because them drugs and stuff beat them down so bad, done took the job and the home and everything. And they just looking for somewhere to go.
That's right.
Okay, they said, go to the church house. This is what I want to tell the folks about the church house. We got to be more careful when folk come in our presence. We don't know what's going on with folk when they come there.
Right.
See, that's the way they treated Auntie. Like I went to that picnic. That was a church thing, and them folks that didn't want Auntie up there. Yeah, they want me up there. I was hollering. I said, hey, can I come up there? Didn't nobody say that. I said, hey, can I come? Didn't nobody. I walked on a little closer. I said, look at here. I said, I don't have to stay. I just want a little something to eat. Well, that's the way them folks is out there in the street, Brother Paul. They don't want nothing from them folks in the church house. They just want a little something to eat. That word is food to them.
That's right. That's right.
And they go in there, and then them folks treat them like they ain't nobody, worse than the folks out there in the street. So what they do is they take a U-turn and go right on back out there in the street.